is your girl, Stephanie Renee, as you already know, and I am thanking you for joining us on Candid Conversations, Journey from the Single Place. Hey, y'all, I hope you're having an amazing day. I am so glad that you have decided to tune in with us. Listen, go ahead, like, and share. Y'all already know what to do. We do it every other week, and let somebody know that we're on, okay? How y'all feeling? Come on. Talk to me real quick. We're not going to do the formals for too long. We're going to jump right on this. So y'all go ahead and start posting. I see you, Mama. Thank you for joining always. Hey, Miss Wanda, it's good to see you in the building today. So glad to have you. Y'all go ahead. Go ahead, comment, like, share, do what you do what you know to do, okay? All right, go ahead and do it tonight. Y'all, we are in for another hot topic. Y'all know how we do it. And I am so glad that we are on and that we're going to do this thing tonight. So for those of y'all who haven't seen, y'all don't know what we're talking about tonight, we are talking about a very vital subject and topic. All right, I see the numbers coming on up. Moving on up to the side. All right, listen, I'm glad y'all tuning in. Come on, continue to get those numbers up. We're excited to have you. But like I was saying, somebody started dropping off. Y'all didn't like my singing? Y'all didn't like my song? Don't drop off. Add on. All right, but tonight we're talking about, let's go ahead and put that topic up there. Tonight we're talking about lost in translation. Yes, misconceptions between men and women and communication in the digital age. All right, y'all already know these are some hot topics, okay? So listen, y'all get ready to go ahead and deep dive into this. Y'all know how we do it over here. We want you all to interact, engage in the comments as we discuss this matter, okay? Let's go ahead and get it going. Y'all already know. Look, we used to bring them on one by one, but now we're just going to start bringing them on in. Y'all know the crew, the gang that hangs with us every other week. Come on and welcome them, y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey, come on and come off mute and say hello to the good people.
Hey, everyone. Good seeing y'all tonight.
Yeah, what it is, what it ain't.
Come on in the room.
We still stank. You hear me?
Oh my gosh. Always coming with the craziness right from the start. Y'all already know. Listen, Wisdom Speaks, Kevin Samuels 2.0, Angela Harris, and Mr. Smith. Welcome. Hey, y'all. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling?
I'm feeling great. Feeling like a millionaire.
Listen. I'm feeling nice. I'm cold as ice, and I ain't never had a bad day in my life. You feel?
Oh my God! Oh, you a rapper now?
I'm something like a poet, and you know it. You feel?
Oh gosh, I cannot stop with the semantics, please. Ange, how you feeling over there? You twisted your lips, and you already know. You know, Mark.
I'm pretty good. I'm just ready to get this thing rolling.
Yes, we got a going on tonight. Listen, y'all know the other Tuesday, Angela held it down for us. And of course, you know, we talked, let's give us a hand, give us some love. It was very, very
easy. It was a good topic.
What did we talk about?
Crazy women.
Well, it always went
crazy in love.
Right.
Crazy in love. That's right. Crazy in love. So tonight we're talking about lost in translation. And tonight we're gonna we're gonna do the mic toss and turn it over to Mr. Smith, Marquell Smith, y'all. He's going to facilitate this tonight.
All right.
Good. We gotta get you clear.
You can hear me now.
That's better. There
well, you sound like an Arby's drive-through speaker.
Man, I can't get it right to say in my life, but you can. I'm gonna make sure going forward y'all can hear me.
Sound a little muffled.
Ooh, Lord.
Don't make me go to this phone.
If you lift it up right off your speaker, that might have helped.
Okay, is that better?
That's better. That's somewhat better. It ain't fully clear, but if we try to get it up, you might have to hold it. Up.
Oh Lord. Okay, is this better?
That's a lot
Yeah.
better. That's a whole lot better.
Okay. I'm gonna put it down when y'all talking, but if y'all don't mind, let's go ahead and jump straight into it.
Yep.
So the
Okay,
first
I
topic
love it.
of the night is the biggest misconception between men and women. So I wrote down a list of 5 misconceptions about men, and I would like to hear from the ladies. What do y'all think is some of the biggest misconceptions about women?
Okay.
You want us to answer in how do you want us to
Oh yeah,
answer?
go. However y'all choose to do it,
Okay, go ahead, ladies.
from prettiest to prettiest.
So do you want to give us your 5 misconceptions?
Because I can tell you some off my head. I can tell you, number one, the biggest misconception is that we are after a man's money. I can tell you that is the biggest misconception. The average person in America makes 42 to 48,000 a year. I don't know how men are thinking that we're gold digging off a Charger apartment and maybe $500 in the bank. But that's one of the misconceptions.
That's a top one, right? That's a top here that I got to admit.
Yeah,
That's a top here.
Oh,
That's a top here. That is a misconception I think that men do have.
Lord have mercy.
She said a charger in an apartment.
Yeah, you know how they join the army for a year or two, they get the little charge, they get an apartment. They think they the cat. They think a woman gold digging off of them when the $500 they got in the bank, probably $200 owed to child support.
Well, you don't get a guy. No love, Jericho. Jesus.
No, I'm just saying that the average income in America is 42 to 48,000. So where is all this gold digging coming from? Is what I'm trying to figure out. What do they have? They don't even
a little gold is still gold, baby. That's all I'm saying.
I'm telling you.
If it ain't enough to do anything with, then there's no point.
I would have to agree.
How much
I have to agree with that. I have to agree.
Yeah. I absolutely have to agree as well. That is one of the top. That is one of the top things that you hear guys say, though. As a female, guys are always, even on the dating apps, like, which is such a turnoff. Like when guys get on there and they automatically with this negative tone, like if you looking for me to finance you, hit the X, right? Ain't nobody looking for you to finance nobody. Get on.
But what if that's his experience though?
Okay, if that's his experience, but then you're trying to, but it sends a negative tone to someone who doesn't know you, who is just trying to get to know you. You're already coming with this negative energy, so it's not appealing when you just talking about. That's just like if a woman gets on Facebook, social media, whatever, and gets to talking about her experiences, but she's wanting to attract a guy who, you know what I'm saying, she, because she wants to date, but she's automatically coming with the negative energy. Y'all not gonna feel that. It's like, okay, well, I'm not him. I didn't do that. So that's not appealing. Right. Okay. Marquita said off the bat that shouldn't be up there. Exactly. That shouldn't be up there.
I mean, to Jericho's point, there's some of this stuff is all that the guy really does have to offer. So I get what you're saying. I don't agree with all of it, but some of it is mostly all they got to offer. So,
and now we are understanding of that, but don't try to make it seem like we're coming after you. They make it seem like we need to walk into a relationship with them signing a prenup. They don't have anything. Let's be honest. Most men that we know, the men, it's backwards for me because on one hand you say women are digging for gold, but then on the other hand you say, we need to go 50-50 because the income levels and the times are not like they were. Like, which one is it? Are the times not like they were back in the day and we need to do 50-50? Or are you just rolling in dough like that to where you are attracting gold diggers? Like, which one is it? Like, it's like a no-win situation. But 9 times out of 10, they don't have anything. No stocks, no investments, no bonds, no.
and y'all ain't got no stocks and investments.
Yes.
I would say this.
The only thing most of y'all invest in is Shein, whatever you call it now. That's what y'all spend money on. And Temu. That's all y'all invest.
I was hoping you didn't add Temu in there.
That's what y'all buy. You get your dress off Shein and you get your hair off Temu. That's what you do. You get your whole life off Amazon, all that, the whole nine.
To the men's defense, there are some women. I ain't gonna say there are no women that just go after men for their money, because we all know that that's not true. There are women who actually do. They go right for the
biggest misconception.
Say that again, Ange.
I said that's just one of the biggest misconceptions.
It is that all women are coming after you for your money.
That is a lie.
Okay, but is it a misconception or is it a notion that has been maybe blown out of proportion? Because let's be honest, y'all ain't finna date nobody who broke, or y'all ain't finna date nobody who's struggling. He got to have some money, period.
Honestly, most black women are dating.
That's not the question. That's not the question.
Honestly, most black women are dating black men that are struggling. I mean, let's be honest here. Like I say, let's go back to the yearly average wage of these people. And then let's be honest, most black women in some form or fashion are the primary breadwinners in their household, or they're contributing a lot to their household. So it's like, where are these experiences coming from, other than the wealthy athletes, the wealthy actors, the wealthy entertainers who actually have women, going after them for their money? The average black man in America, like, we don't need a prenup with you, sir. We don't need nowhere close to it. Like,
no,
we can't spend an apartment and a charger.
But if y'all get mad, y'all try to hit a lick. I don't care what he got.
Y'all, if you don't have nothing to pull from, what can we hit? This is what I'm saying.
The little bit he do got, y'all will try and take it away from him.
So you ain't gonna drive the Charger, Jericho?
No, I wouldn't drive the Charger. I would sell it, and matter of fact, no, I wouldn't sell it because it's not worth anything. He's probably upside down on the loan already. So
Jericho gonna set it on fire. She gonna bust the windows out, set it on fire. Now, first she gonna try to run him over with it. That's what she gonna try to do first. She gonna try to run him over because she run people over.
Well, no, not anymore. But what I will say, I will probably have one of my homeboys steal the car and then write it off on insurance. But that's neither here nor there.
What you mean, one of your homeboys?
Are you actually admitting a crime that you would commit?
Jericho, don't say nothing.
Okay, I'll leave it alone.
You gonna look real good in pinstripe.
You ever stick your foot in your mouth? Forever. What are one of the misconceptions that you put down out of the 5, Marquel?
I'm gonna go all 5. Starting off at 5 is guys don't communicate. Number 4 is that we don't know what we want. Number 3 is we're lazy, we're liars and dogs. Mm-hmm. Number 2 is guys don't have feelings. And Mark, give me a drum roll for the last one. All guys want to see.
Yes, I was waiting on it, dog.
All guys want to what?
All guys want to see.
I have been disrespected as a man because a woman think all I want to do is slide off up in there, bro. And I'm like, baby, I was getting ready to invite you to church.
Oh, please. Okay.
Maybe I want to read the Bible and talk about feelings. Maybe.
He's lying. First of all, let's go back to that 5th one that you talked about, that guys can't communicate. So my question, I shouldn't ask a question from a question, but if y'all don't have a problem with communicating, why is it that when women say, baby, we need to talk, y'all shut down? Oh, Lord. Why do y'all shut down when a woman says that? Why are those words so deadly to y'all ears when a woman says, we need to talk?
Because y'all finna come with a complaint or a grievance.
It ain't never a good thing.
I feel like I work in HR sometime fooling with y'all.
You said it's gonna be a complaint or grievance. Okay, but communication, if there's a problem, then it needs to be addressed. How else do you want someone to say it? Like if somebody have a problem, if your lady have a problem with you, do you want her to just walk around and not say anything, and then she blow a fuse, and then you wondering like, what in the world going on with you? But all this time, how should a woman come to you if she have a complaint? That's my question then.
Do like, instead of saying we need to talk, how about, hey, can I talk to you for a minute?
Isn't that saying the same thing?
No, right. because one is a statement, one is a statement, and one is a question.
It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Right. It's like we need to talk. That's a statement. You know what I'm saying? That's a statement. But hey, babe, can I talk to you about something? That's a question. And what happens is, if you ask me a question, well, then I can soften my posture a little bit versus you telling me we need to talk. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. So it's like, I actually get that. That's one thing that I say with you that I can pull from that and receive. I thought I would never receive anything that I could use from you, but
listen to me. I'm Kevin Samuels 2.0, baby. I'm dropping.
That's the one thing.
You can't come up to the man playing full court press.
Thank you, Carl. That's right.
I can agree with that. Okay, I can see that. I can change.
Okay, so then once the woman does say, "Baby, can we talk for a second?"
I still feel like that it's still gonna be a problem.
Because if she come up and after she makes that statement and she comes with the complaint, then how are you going to take it? Even if she's in the most humblest of way.
Is the complaint an actual complaint, or is it something she done made up in her head? Because some of y'all are more crazy than Steven Spielberg. I swear. Some of y'all are real creative when it comes to making stuff up. Like, don't let them be wrong.
What?
Like a lot of times, it ain't even a real complaint. A lot of times, it's y'all being in y'all feelings.
But how can you say someone been in there? How can you say that that's not a real complaint if it's something that bothers or affects her? Just because you don't consider it a complaint doesn't mean that it's not an issue for her. And that's another thing too that I think we get twisted up in, is that because what y'all may deem as, oh, that's minor, that's minute, but you can't. A lot of times women feel like you all are insensitive to our feelings because, of course, we know that y'all won't just run by y'all feelings or govern by y'all feelings per se, as more so women are. But you can't just belittle what she's feeling and say, oh, that ain't nothing. Because just because it's nothing to you doesn't mean it's nothing to her. And I think that is another breakdown in communication, is that sometimes men can just go off the bat and disregard the feelings or whatever the statement is, whatever the concern is of that person, and you wouldn't want the same. You wouldn't want someone to do that to you.
And I would say to what you said, I had that happen to me in my last relationship, because I had determined that this time I wasn't going to be just a bullheaded little chihuahua just coming, nagging, attack. I just said, okay, I'm not going to nag this person. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm not. So anytime I had a problem or anything, I would literally approach him, like you said, like, oh, what can we talk? What something is on my mind, can I talk to you about it? And it was automatically dismissed as, oh, you just being emotional. Oh, you just making something up. Oh, you just making a mountain out of molehill. It was just automatically dismissed. And I know for me and a lot of women, the quickest way to get me upset is to make me feel like I'm not heard.
Yeah. Listen, man, I just let them talk, bro. I tune them out.
That's terrible. That is so terrible. Claudia said, hey, Claudia, she said the tone would make a difference. And I agree with that. It does make a difference how you approach a man. A lot of times, as women, we can be guilty if we're in our feelings about something and we feel like he should know better. And sometimes we can be guilty of thinking like, he should know better, though. He should know how I would feel about that. He should know, that would have made me upset or whatever. So why would he just pop off and do something like that? And so we'll come to y'all in that, approach. And I know for men, y'all can't, that aggressiveness, it takes y'all to another level, because it's almost like you dealing with another man, and then you gotta, so from what I've heard, at least from what I've heard. But
it's like being belittled.
Say that again.
It's like being belittled. The way she can come out sometimes, it's almost like your mama. and you didn't clean your room or something, yeah, it's like you better do this or else.
That's a good
You know
point.
how y'all call women can be.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point, Joe. You said what happens when we need to talk and the women redirect it back to us. We can't express our feelings and not get it redirected. I can see that. That does.
Does that okay? So my question to Joe is: does that really happen? Because when a man is ready to talk and express his feelings, I think we are all down for it and ready. Like, yes, express your feelings. Tell me how you feel. What do you think?
That's if it's something
like that is what
hear.
we're waiting on and want you to do. So I think, Joe, you're making something up in your mind.
If we tell y'all something, if we express ourselves and if it ain't what you want to hear, then it's an argument. I'm gonna tell you something. And this ain't no misconception. This 100% real right here. Women cannot handle the truth.
That's not true. That's
y'all
not
right. Y'all want the truth, but y'all can't handle it. Y'all
we need to put that on the list of
misconceptions.
Mark, tell them y'all don't want the truth.
We love you,
if it's something y'all don't like, it's a problem.
No, that's not true. That's not true. That's not. I would see. You can't say that because a lot of times we generalize. We can't say that about every woman. I know personally, for me, I want the butt naked, what the Bible say, unadulterated truth. Tell me the truth, because and I have proven that in a previous relationship. I have shown, look, tell me the truth. And when they told me, was I upset? But I didn't even go off the radar. I didn't, because I respected him more for being able to go ahead and tell me the truth. Did you do it? Yeah, I did it. Okay, I can respect that. Am I going to be hurt or upset? I'm sure I will, but I can respect what bothers me is if I have given you ample enough time to tell me the truth, and then you play me for a fool, and you got me out looking stupid, and then I find out the truth. That what makes me want to go upside your head. Not the fact that you can be honest and tell me the truth. It's you playing me for a fool, thinking I'm stupid and dumb. Because half of the time when we come to y'all about something, we already got evidence.
Absolutely.
We already got evidence, but we're waiting for you to tell us the truth. That's it. But when you will still beat around the bush and lie, oh my God, boy, that heat be rising.
Marquell, women just like the police. They can have all the evidence in the world, but they want the confession.
Absolutely. Because, you know why? Because we ain't got to go through no long trial. Conviction is easy to the point. We already have the evidence. We just want a confession just to hear. It's like almost like we want to see if you, because I think when we have that evidence and you lie to us, it makes it easier for us to walk away, not in a way or whatever when we're strong, because we lose respect for you. Yeah. We lose trust in you. And once you have lost a woman's trust, it's a wrap. Now, can you build and work and still, go on with the relationship, go on with the marriage for years? Yeah, but that's a part of her that will never die. And I have testimonials of women who have been married 20, here I go again, 20, 14 years, 10 years, who have said, I wish that I would not have stayed when he betrayed my trust, because that's something that I can never get over. So
we know that men are not perfect. We know that at times we don't want the worst of mistakes to happen, but we know at times mistakes happen. Commitment is a lifelong journey. So nobody's going to be perfect. Now, do I want you to be just out here wilding? Absolutely not. But it's a level of when a man can come to you, it might be the hardest thing for you to do, but it's a level of respect that I can still honor you, because at least you was able to know you had enough in you to tell me, because you're supposed to love me enough to be honest with me. You had enough in you to come and say, baby, I messed up. However you got to do it. But when you lie, it's like you feel so disrespected, because you didn't even have enough. I don't want to say that word, but it starts with a B, ends with an S. You didn't have enough of that to come and tell me the truth. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, because at the end of the day, would y'all want to know the truth?
Every woman is saying, "I want to know the truth. I want to know the truth."
Yes, I don't know why y'all think women don't want to know.
The only time I want to know the truth, the only time a man want to know the truth, he want to know if the baby heals or not. That's it. Tell me the truth. If the baby mine or not.
That's the only time.
So, is the baby mine or not?
That's right. Because say once you lose the trust, it's hard to come back. I would almost say it's impossible to come back once you break somebody's trust. You will never.
I agree with that.
But if a man, and I'm not saying it's okay to cheat, I'm just saying, y'all two other ladies on here, if your man cheated, but he was willing enough to come and tell you, and he respected you, because we also look at a level, you don't even respect me enough to tell me the truth. So would you look at it like, okay, if he cheated, if he did make, and I know, went straight to cheating, it don't have to be that, but that's one of the big hitters. If he cheated and he came to tell you and he came confess and was honest, would you be able to forgive him? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to, it's a process, I'm sure.
No, y'all are not gonna forgive that. First of all,
if he tell you the truth about it.
No, oh please, are you serious right now?
No.
I'm not cheated on you and he just came, baby. You know what? I messed up. I cheated, baby. Man, please, y'all gonna be ready to hit the roof.
That's not true.
We lie to y'all because we care about y'all.
You said what?
We lie to y'all because we care about y'all.
That is the worst.
And please don't lie to me in that regard.
Don't care about me like that, then.
Right.
We lie to y'all
because I look good in a dress, that I look crazy, and lie to me on that time. Don't lie to me about who you're
telling you. Just off the
But sometimes it's what a person saying, what you hear. Like to Jericho's point, don't tell you don't look good in a dress, but like, let's be honest, if most men tell their women they don't look good in a dress, they're gonna hear something real different.
Markia, is cheating not a deal breaker for you? Did you see her question?
Yeah, she said lying is more of a deal breaker for her.
But not cheating?
Cheating
okay, she gonna have to explain that to me.
I'm telling you,
you can cheat on her, but you can't lie to her.
No, she's not saying it in that. If I'm correct, and you can correct me, Markia, if I'm wrong. I don't think she's saying you can just cheat on her, but but the thing of it is, it happens at times. But if you're willing to be honest and upfront and go ahead and admit it, then she could probably respect you enough to try to at least see if you're worthy enough for the relationship to be salvaged rather than just walk away, versus you lying about cheating. That is just, I don't know if y'all understand. It's a whole nother level of disrespect when you lie.
Steph, listen. Cheating is a decision. It is a calculated decision.
Lying is a decision.
Lying.
You have to lie in order to cheat.
No. Lying can be impulsive. Lying can be a defense mechanism. Is what I'm saying. No. But I'm saying it can be impulsive. Cheating is calculated. I had to get in my car. I had to drive across town. I had to, hide my little secret text messages and all that. We had to plan. We had to do all this stuff in order for us to cheat. But if I get caught in something,
take you back.
What happens is, if I get caught in something, what happens is I lie as an impulse. It is a defense mechanism. But she's sitting here going to tell me, well, cheating ain't a deal breaker for everybody, but lying is that's just. I don't understand. Make that make sense. It's not the. Not in the sense.
Let me say this because I like her comments. So I truly believe there's a difference between cheating and being a cheater. So, like she said, 10 years married, something happens, I'm not throwing my marriage away. I'm not going to be happy, and I'm probably going to give you hell. You're going to have to go slobbering at an altar, like you're going to be begging, like it's not about to be easy, but I'm not throwing my marriage away for that.
So what if he go and have a baby on you?
That is you constant. I'm constantly finding things. That's totally different. Totally different.
What if he
cheat? What if y'all been married? Thank y'all. We see the numbers up.
What if he been married? What if y'all been married 10 years? He cheat one time and get her pregnant. Then what?
Exactly.
Then what?
He definitely was. He definitely went like, now come on now, you can.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Definitely.
But what if he was honest about it, Stephanie?
Exactly. I'm saying in all aspects of honesty. I'm not saying that it's always going to be a comeback, because I mean that's a whole nother level. Because that means you really was just careless, didn't give a care, didn't think nothing about me to go off and do that, and don't even consider no protection, no nothing, knowing that was a possibility. That's a whole nother level
didn't
of
think that about you to cheat in the first place.
That's
true. Cheating is a deal breaker. I don't care. I don't care. We were married for 45 years, and if I found out Mr. Earl done slept with Miss Sarah, it's a wrap. Off with his head.
Mr. Earl, how old is the dude you dating?
I'm saying we've been married for 45 years. Oh, okay. Come on now, like I don't care if it's 45, I don't care if it's 60 years. If I find out you have cheated on me, it's a wrap, because you had to do too much calculations behind my back. I would never be able to trust you again. Like it, like Penny say, for health, safety reasons, it's a no. Absolutely.
Okay.
Not.
What if you found out y'all been married like 20 years, but you found out 18 years ago he cheated on you? Is it a wrap then?
Yeah, because you hid it so well. You kept lying to me for 18 years.
I don't know about that. I don't think
that. Yeah, like come on now.
Because ask this question: if your woman ever cheated on you, are you gone or you gonna work it out? Because women, no, every man has said they will leave a woman for cheating. Every man.
For y'all, cheating is a line. For y'all, cheating is cheating. For us, it's levels. Did she kiss him, or did she sleep with him, or did she give him some special attention? Because I'm like this: if you kissed him, I can get over that. If you slept with him, we can talk about it. But if you bust a freestyle on the mic,
you go.
That's a
wrap.
Y'all consider that the aura worse than.
Yeah. Wow. If my woman give another man some of that ooh la la,
got 3,000.
If she busts a freestyle on the mic, she is out of there.
Y'all, we keep it at A1 100 tonight.
It's all right.
Hopefully we ain't offended. Do not let your children watch this, okay? This is
they should be watching the conversation.
You're right, Marquette. Candid conversation. If you kissed him, if you slept with him, if you let him smash.
Right, but that's still very intimate, though. That's still very intimate.
It is, but it just depends. Because I'm gonna be like this. Was it missionary or was it doggy style?
Mark, y'all don't.
It's the truth.
Mark,
it's the truth.
Y'all men that are watching, all men that are watching outside of Mark, because Mark just coming up with something off the top of his head.
No, I ain't.
Every man that is watching, please type if you would take your woman back if she cheated on you.
It's levels to cheating. I may not trip if she kissed a guy. I may not trip.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. If you never cheated on her, y'all, we thank y'all for tuning in from all the different platforms. The numbers are rising. Listen, Carl said Mark ain't lying. Listen. But listen,
y'all think I'll be bull jiving, man, but I'm dead serious.
Marquel, what about you?
The difference if she been in relationships before you and she gave about 3,000, I guess that's because y'all just went with it. Then what you gonna?
I went with you then. I ain't worried about what you did then.
But listen. Let me ask this. You made me lose my train of thought, God dog.
Hey, Ebony.
You listen.
Married, thank you.
I done lost the thought. Go ahead. I'm done. Go ahead, Marquel.
Yeah, but like if she was with somebody else doing that, I ain't tripping about that. But please don't do that to me. Like, don't go behind my back and do nothing like that.
So
that's just disrespectful.
So is that
Marquel is?
Oh, sorry.
Let me say this from me. That's a no go. Ego wise, I couldn't take it. Like, depending on how far you go, depending on how far you like them. Like how much you like them, how far you willing to go. Exactly. So if you go all the way with 3,000,
you like him.
You really care about him.
Right. You care about him.
Care about him. And you care about him a whole lot.
That's the part.
Another man don't know what my 3,000 feel like. You can't know what my 3,000 feel like.
That's wrong. Y'all cheating start up here.
Hey, big sis, this is our big sis, y'all. Some of y'all don't know. This is Rhonda, our older sister, and she made a good point. The details of cheating matters to women too. Like,
absolutely.
what y'all do, and you know what I'm saying, because you said earlier, Mark, well, y'all women see y'all get emotionally caught up, whatever it may be, but the fact of the matter is that you was willing to, and like I said, y'all don't let your truth, you willing to put yourself in somebody else and make them make all these noises and all this stuff they got going on, and then you come back to me. That also plays in our head,
right?
But we don't like her though.
So what? I don't want her. You putting her in the 44 chicken wing.
No, we
don't even know what that is.
What kind of book you got at home?
So we can have straight sex, but we can't go to level 10. I cannot.
Exactly. Like, what in the world? That's crazy.
I don't know what level 10 is, but okay.
That was what you said.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah. No, don't do that.
This is what I was going to say, Mark. You said earlier that depending on the level, you probably could take her back. Now, would you be able to take? Would you take her back, and would you cheat? Like, say you never cheat on her, but you found out she cheated. Are you going to be able to be with her, knowing she did this, and then remain faithful and be like, I ain't gonna cheat? Or is that gonna make you be like, I got to get you back? Because
if I feel like I got to get you back, no, straight up. If I feel like it's got to be tit for tat, well, then we don't need to be together.
Yeah, you got to go after that.
You mean to tell me with your wholehearted, honest truth, if your woman was to cheat on you, but she ain't take it to the third level, the highest level of the pinnacle of it all,
right?
Then you mean to tell me you better take that woman back and you would not try to retaliate?
It depends on the circumstances. Like Angela said, if we've been married 10 years or more, then hey man, now I think we owe it to ourselves to try and work it out. But if you know what I'm saying, but if you take it to level 3, if you take it to DEFCON 3, whoo, you know, but the thing
is, Stephanie and Janae, are y'all saying that if you get cheated on, you would cheat back? Because first of all, this type of conversation is weird because God forbid this is going to happen. But if somebody cheats on me, I'm not cheating back. I think that's common for people to say. No, I would not cheat back.
I ain't gonna say I would. I just said that I'm just asking from a male perspective because, like I said, most times women. I ain't gonna say men don't get cheated on. Women get cheated on a lot and will take a man back and still make it work. I'm just trying to, get an understanding from a male perspective because I know for men it's much harder for them to deal with cheating from their woman than a woman. Like I said, I ain't saying it's not hard for women, but women, we're more forgiving. We're more, receptive of taking you back versus a man. With most men, that's why I'm surprised that Mark even saying it because most men automatically
no.
That's a misconception. See, that's another misconception that a man can't forgive. That's another misconception that men can't forgive.
Well, you can forgive, but certain things like that, yeah, and that's the same way. And to your question, I will say that cheating is a deal breaker for me. I know it takes away my peace. I can never forgive. Well, I can forgive you, but I'm gonna leave you way on the other side of town. Like cheating is a no for me. Like it's a no for me. So in my pettiness, will I cheat back before I leave because I know I'm going? Maybe. Make it.
We're not condoning that.
I'm not condoning it. But what I'm saying is, petty. I can be petty too. And if you have hurt me to my core, you never know what you are willing to do once somebody hurts you like that. And if we have committed in marriage and you betray me in that kind of way, I'm definitely smashing the best man, and then I'm deucing on you.
Big man.
What my homeboy?
For the conversation after the show. We're gonna have a long talk after the show, Jericho.
Okay, I got you.
I'm gonna have to get you back. I'm gonna even.
That's not the Christian way. We're not condoning.
It's not the Christian way. I'm not condoning it or I'm not promoting it. But what I'm saying is
that's not true, Carl. He said women are more forgiving because they know sex don't mean nothing to us. When women cheat, they actually have to like the guy and have fun.
Exactly.
That's true. That is true. That's very much so true. That's why I've heard a lot of men say that. That's why they won't take a woman back because women have to have an emotional connection with a guy.
You think every woman out here that's smashing or that's doing something with a man have an emotional connection with them? That is not true.
Unless they are loose women, then yes.
Women ain't even built like that. Women ain't built to play this game the way men do it. Y'all ain't built to go around here just smashing everybody. Like if y'all do, something ain't right. Something ain't right. Something ain't right with that woman.
We're living in a quote unquote liberated society, and I don't subscribe to it. But you have a lot of women out here who are single, and they just like they will go out and have a fun night out and have. How you think women be having one night stands?
I get that, but they not built to play this game.
They not.
Y'all not built for.
If you're gonna have a one night stand, like you can't talk to them no more. I'm gonna tell you like how a man told me if he don't want to catch feeling with no woman, he can't sleep with her no more than 2 to 3 times in a week.
Please.
Okay. Protection and level 3 and 3,000 matters. You can't be doing all that.
Thank you, Rhonda, and thank you, Janae. There are some women that can do the same thing and not feel nothing, because you got some women out here that learned the game, baby, and they was like, I've been hurt, and so they learn how to play.
Like I said,
y'all fall in love with them.
No, you're solidifying my point. I've been hurt, so I'm gonna get out here and do what they do. I've been did wrong, so I'm gonna do. Y'all ain't built to play this game, man. Men do this because we just do it. We ain't gotta be hurt. We ain't gotta be disappointed. We ain't gotta be none of that. Because it's there. When y'all do it, there's some underlying issues going on. Y'all ain't built to play this game, bro. Y'all just not.
So let me ask you a question.
No, you're not.
If a woman does go out there,
and I don't believe that.
Even if a woman does go out there, even if a woman does go out there with a bunch of one night stands, doesn't it take away from her like self-esteem and emotions? Doesn't it do that?
It takes away from y'all's value. When y'all get out here and spread yourself out like that, you devalue yourself. Now, I hate to say that, but that's just a societal norm. That's what it is.
It's such a biased thing. I so hate that. It's such a bias when it comes to that. And I really, really hate that, because men are encouraged to get out here. I mean, when like young teenage boys, once they start getting older, they uncles, older brothers, everybody, man, you better get you more than one. Like they are encouraged. And that's what I hate that so much. Why do we encourage our men to go out here and just give, you know what I'm saying, just spread their wild oats everywhere? But then the girls, when they do it, then they're considered, oh, you are no more value. But at the end of the day, if you telling your boys to go out here and sleep with everything that he can, and if they didn't have no woman to sleep with, then they wouldn't be fulfilling the purpose that these people are telling them to fulfill.
Because what you have is of value. Y'all's bodies is of value. That's the most valuable thing y'all have. And here it is. The thing is, men chase that. Y'all don't chase penis. Women don't chase penis.
Y'all don't have to.
Chase, but men chase y'all. There's value in what y'all have. So if you have too many people handling it, it decreases its value.
So why is it that men can't? Why y'all bodies can't be of value? And that you shouldn't. Because at the end of the day, why should women be okay with something that a man have been with 50 plus, 100 plus, 200 plus women, and it be okay?
So, can I answer that?
I'm surprised your Peter don't fall off.
Don't you want him to be experienced by the time he get to you?
Yeah.
Don't you want him to be a little experienced?
I will say this.
We be saving ourselves for marriage.
Look at what Carl said. Look at what Carl said. It's biblical, baby. You gonna argue with the Bible?
Okay, that is history, but it don't make it right. He the one sit up there and mess with her. That's what I'm saying. Like, men this is the part that gets me. Men will say, oh, you're not of value if you'd have been out here, but they the same one, baby. You doing all this to get it, and then you'll be the same one to turn around like, oh, she ain't nothing but a little thought with her. I didn't smashed up through that. I didn't did this. But yeah, you did everything. You did everything to get in her ear, everything to you know what I'm saying, to get her to take her clothes off, and then y'all be the same one to turn around. And that's what I'm saying. That's the bias that it just
I will say this, and like I said at the first show, and I agree with Mark on what he's saying. Women are not built like that. I don't care what they say. If they out there doing that, they definitely been scarred and stuff before, because we're not built like that. Why is this flat? Spirit.
It's the wig. It's the wig.
He said that
flies Beelzebub.
I know. So Spirit astral projected in here trying to throw my train of thought off. But at the end of the day, I will say this.
Mark sent it.
I know it. I said Spirit. I agree with Mark on that. And I will say this, like I said in the first show, we always say, well, why is it this and why men can get away with this? Life is not fair. Like, we can get away with stuff that men can't get away with. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we can't make bad behavior right because somebody else do it. You know what I'm saying?
Says the person that said that you're gonna sleep with the best friend before you feel.
Did I say it was right? I said I'm not condoning it. It's not right, but I ain't gonna say I would probably do it, but I'm just saying that's an option that I have. You know what I'm saying? In my
option that you have. Wow.
That's an option that I have in my toolbox if you ever portray me.
Wow.
But at the end of the day,
I wish you would just stop saying certain stuff because we want you to get married.
Honey, it's fine. It's fine. But we're not just like that, and life is not fair. We can't be, because like Mark said, when as a woman, not only it doesn't necessarily I will say devalue you in the sense of you are losing less of your humanity. But what I say, it will devalue you because that affects your inner self. It tears down your self-esteem. It brings about depression, anxiety, and all that kind of stuff. So we aren't built like that. But at the same time, to combat what the guys are telling their sons, we have to tell our daughters, you don't just settle for any man. You don't just open your legs up for anybody. You don't just, no matter what they say, you know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. They can't sleep with women who aren't sleeping with them.
It's easy for a woman to say that to her daughter, but a father and I know we probably offer miscommunication or because it still, I guess, it still kind of ties in with communication, because it's easy for a woman to tell her daughter that, but if her father is not in her life and hasn't given her identity, she's still going to be vulnerable and open. And even if a woman have had her father in her life, sometimes, you know what I'm saying, men got that talk game, or they just, you know what I'm saying, because if you are of the opposite sex and you like a man and a man likes you, there are times that you will open yourself up and be vulnerable or whatever to a guy, even if your father has spoke. Don't deal with this type of guy. Don't, you know what I'm saying, this and that or whatever. But especially for women who already are going through an identity crisis, because the father gives identity to the child. The father gives self-esteem and confidence to the child. And we've talked about this often. Like sometimes people say, well, y'all, we're not emotionless women, but our father taught us to be tough. So it's not, we're not going to easily cry. We're not going to, you know what I'm saying, things of that nature, whatever. We taught to be strong. Like you can be hurt, but you better be strong. Don't show you no pump. So I'm just saying, like, in those aspects, when a woman has not been given the self-esteem and the dignity and the identity from her father, it's easy for you to tell a woman that, but at the same time, she's still going to be looking for love sometimes in all the wrong places.
That's true, but then at some point, you're responsible for your own healing. She may have messed up in the past. I messed up in the past, and I had my father in my life. It wasn't that necessarily I was, I guess, swept head over heels. It's a matter of I was never drugged through the mud, I would say, by any per se relationship, because I feel like I had my father, so I kind of knew what to take, what not to take, and I knew when to leave. You know what I mean? But I will say, what you laughing for?
Comments.
Yeah, but you're responsible for your own healing. Even if you made mistakes in the past and you were kind of loose and you did give in to the wrong kind of guy, you can't keep repeating that narrative and then blaming the guys out here. At some point, you're responsible for your own healing.
That's true. I can agree with that. Angela, you've been mighty quiet over there.
Right.
I know. I got a whole lot to say, but I think my connection is a little off. So I'm
we hear you. We can hear you. Come on.
Yeah.
We can hear you.
Okay, well, I'll chime in next time. But yeah, I do want to say this. Women are not built like that. I do not think we're built to do that. I've always said that if there's a woman out here just sleeping around, I don't care what she say, something going on.
And we living in a whole new generation where there's a lot of stuff going on. Y'all don't think women built different these days? A lot of stuff being built different these days.
They try to be, but I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I have a point because it's in the music. They definitely want to be men, and I think the women definitely have changed to the men. How I can remember being 16, 17, 18, feeling some type of way about my little boyfriend getting cheated on, getting lied to. Oh no, playing them games. So I know him now. So you're probably definitely different.
Look at Cardi B, right? Cardi B, I am not a fan of hers whatsoever, but she can get up here and make this song, WAP, however you pronounce it. And that song talk about the raunchiest, nastiest stuff that a woman can do to a man and all this. And in that song, they talk about how they do it with no conviction, no feelings, no nothing. It is what it is. But as soon as her husband, what's the dude name that what's her husband name? With Migos, Offset. Soon as he cheat, what she do? Now she want to lose her mind. She want to lose. Oh, what you doing? What you doing? Man, listen, y'all ain't built for this, man. And it's another thing. You can look at a woman. A woman can have children, right? A woman can have children, one child, two child, however. At some point, she made that child out of emotion. She had this child for this man, and it's tied to some sort of emotion. But for the most part, a man can go out here and just arbitrarily just make babies. And just make babies with whoever. Ain't no emotion to it. Ain't nothing to it. Oh, Lord, I got her pregnant. I went in there and shot up the club, and now I done got her pregnant. Lord have mercy. But that woman done had that baby for that man. There's some emotion attached to it. The way y'all set up, y'all's bodies, y'all's genitals are tied to your heartstrings. We ain't built like that. Y'all got heartstrings that go from here to your genitals. That's why even down to a physiological level, Steph, even before a woman can even orgasm, it's got to start in her mind. It's got to start in the brain.
Straight you actually coming with some fun tonight? What you done?
I'm just saying.
I got you some because you on fire tonight.
Girl, let me tell you something. I'm a champion around here. You don't want to play with me.
It was that middle.
It was
his head clear, his thoughts are clear, he's making coherent sentences. I mean, wow, she really cleaned your pipes out.
She did.
Hell has really.
She showed this. It was the Gawk 3500.
This is a Christian show, y'all.
That's right.
When we talk about real life stuff, it's Christian based. I don't know what these folks.
I want to say this before we go to the next topic. Hell has really frozen over if Mark and Jericho on the same team.
Exactly.
I really frozen over.
I cannot believe it.
Thank you, Brother Carl. Thank you, Brother Carl.
Oh, that ain't preaching.
Yeah, thank you, Carl. I appreciate it. Dropping all this knowledge on y'all. Y'all better get at your boy, Kevin Samuels 2.0. Let's go.
Okay.
Gosh.
Okay. I love it. Y'all ready for the next topic?
Let's go, big homie.
All right. So technology, did it help relationships or did it hurt it?
Hurt it. It hurt it. It hurt relationships. I hate these phones. I hate all this. Listen, I grew up in an era where if you didn't want to get caught cheating on your girl, all you had to do was stay at the club. That's it. Don't go to the club because that's where you got caught at. All you had to do, but nowadays you can't.
Why do you want to cheat so bad?
I don't want to cheat, but I'm just saying, if you gonna cheat, then you ain't have all these camera phones. I'm convinced that a woman created camera phones and a woman created FaceTime video chat.
We bless God for her.
Oh, whatever. Y'all just nosy. Y'all nosy.
We bless God for her.
You ain't at the store. Yes, I am. Well, take a picture and prove it. Well, then that wasn't good enough. And where you at? Well, I'm finna FaceTime you. I want to see drop your location. I want to see your location.
Becky said you don't talk with this type of sense at work. I Becky.
Oh. Technology is the devil.
No, it's not.
I will say it can be helpful and harmful at the same time.
You say it's the devil, but you stay on it, gawking at women.
How else I'm gonna see y'all?
Big dog.
How else I'm gonna find me a wife?
So it can't be that bad. You talking about you hate it,
right?
Boom.
Oh, whatever.
That was the most raggediest gun sound.
That was a shotgun. Boom.
No,
might make your head blow off. Pop goes the weasel.
Yeah, it's done more harm than good, though. I will say that. I don't think that we were designed to have this much interaction all day, every day. I don't think our brains were wired to see this many people, to be connected with this many people, to have this many opinions, to have this these many lives that we're looking at. All of it. I just because you then start comparing yourself to other couples you may see, or you're wondering why. Well, you don't post me on social media. Why? So it could be more harm than good. I don't think we were just meant to see this many people and have this much contact with this many people all at the touch of a dime. Back in the day, like they say, when Big Daddy was at work, he didn't know what was going on at the house until he got off work. Like a child, like they said, a child could have been dead and he wouldn't know till after he got off.
That's not a good thing. Like,
but so you the absence make the heart grow fonder, does it not? And if we communicating all day, we texting all day, we tweeting all day, we liking each other, but like
you don't give us a chance. You don't give us a chance to miss y'all.
Right.
You don't give us a chance to miss
yes. So I saw something earlier today that said that same thing. It was a video, and the man was saying how these days with technology, you don't miss a person. It used to be where you didn't see them all day, so when you got home, you guys were excited to see them. But now it's 10 minutes after you walk out, babe, be careful, babe. Make sure you don't forget like you're not missing anybody. So I feel like that is true. That whole miss me part, I love that. And I also want to add this really quick. I saw something say this too, and I totally agree. Social media, so technology when it comes to social media has made people feel like they have way more options than they actually have. So I feel like a cheater's gonna cheat. Like if you're not a cheater, social media is not going to do anything to you. But as far as even people getting in relationships, people make it so hard to even get in relationships these days. Like y'all feel like y'all got way more options than your raggedy tail really got in real life.
Right, exactly.
Okay, but the flip side, and I'm gonna give it back to you, Marco. I know you're gonna say something. Okay, so I feel like technology, I can see you all's point on that, but then it also has been beneficial because and this is going a little bit off topic, but when it comes to the injustices and stuff, things that have been done, we would have never known about, things, that people were able to capture on camera of people hurting people, harming people that, in times past, people would get away with this stuff. So I feel like it has helped to a big degree. And I also feel like even when it comes to dating and stuff, it gives you a broader audience on a broader connection because, in times past, you only had church, work, maybe school, and some other places, and some family meeting or people that connect you to be able to meet people. Now you can go on a dating app and people have found success and found their, lifelong partners on dating sites or whatever. Whereas, church used to be especially for Christians, it used to be the hot spot to find, I ain't gonna say you go there looking for somebody, but you could wind up finding somebody.
We go there to find somebody. We do.
You said what?
We go to church to find somebody. Yo, church is a meat market. I love it.
Not these days, it ain't. Maybe for y'all have more options.
Church really is a meat market because there's a whole bunch of
men have more options in church nowadays than women do.
I give you that.
Jericho, what were you about to say? What type of meat market in the church? Like what? I feel like.
Yeah, you know she finna come with some nonsense. Watch this. Don't say it,
no, when I'm talking about meat market, I'm saying the fact that the church has been saturated with gay males wearing tight pants print showing. It's definitely turned into that type of meat market, but not the meat that's useful for the women of God. It's meat that's useful for other supposed men of God.
Sean, we gotta say this for the after hour conversation. You know what I mean?
Amen. No, this is happening in the church. We can talk about that now. Because I want to know, why is it so many of y'all in there, and why do y'all pants and stuff have to be so tight, and your ankles and things showing?
But but let's be fair, the pants are tight outside of the church too. So it's not even about the tight pants.
Well,
it's
that's what I
that
think.
They
that's
want
her
men,
point.
period.
I think that's her point. Is like, out there outside the church, they do all types of fads and everything, but then when you come to church, you're supposed to see something different, and it's like we're not seeing a lot of difference. And it's like they just as tight, if not tighter. I don't get that neither. Like, bro, you're gonna get a yeast infection. What are you doing?
Right.
How you got your balls in each pocket? Because your pants so tight.
I'm gone. I'm logging off. Bye. I'm logging off.
I ain't lying. How you got some coochie cutter slacks on, bro?
Yeah, I don't understand it, but
I'm gonna be banned from the church.
But yeah, that's why when we get back on the communication, technology, but
Thank you. This is going
so
left.
we're about to go all the way left again.
All the way left.
Sorry.
It's Candid Conversations.
Technology. Did y'all notice we all kind of matching a little bit? We have the yellow, the orange, the white. Okay.
All right. We was in the spirit on the Lord's Day. Right, listen, y'all, I'm so glad y'all are tuning in with us tonight on all platforms. We're looking good. We appreciate the viewing. Listen, this is one of them topics. Come on, Marquette, with the topics, sir.
Somebody said
okay. Okay, one more thing. If technology has helped us, right? Why do we lose in relationships with so many ways to communicate?
Say it again, Mark. I missed it.
Okay, if communication is one of the keys to a relationship, how do we lose with so many ways to communicate with technology?
Because women want to communicate too many ways.
No, and y'all don't want to communicate at all.
No, I think the phone, the social media. I think we need to get back to face-to-face communicating more. I think these phones and stuff have gotten us away from real reality, which I told my son this years ago, and it's happened really, that people have gotten away from real reality and have been stuck on virtual reality. So even how they want to communicate, you even find, even in the dating world, you see a lot of men that would rather text than actual call on the phone. That's kind of a newer phenomenon because of the overtaking of the phones and the social media and all that kind of stuff. Like even when a guy approaches you, he don't even ask for your number no more. He asks you got an Insta, a page, or a Facebook page. You know what I'm saying? Like this is how they approach you. You know what I'm saying?
Do they do that for real?
They absolutely. You got an Instagram page. You got an Insta page. What's your page? Because that's really how they think. So I think it has affected us in that way. Where,
and to me, that's a red flag for they got them a woman at home and they not trying to really put you in their phone. I take that as a red flag.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Michelle, hey Michelle, she said, I think people don't know how to communicate. That's very true. Listening is communicating, verbal and non-verbal body language. That is so true. So how often when you're dating, because since we're all singles and stuff, and it's my question, how often should people communicate? How often should you, and what is the acceptable way of communication? Like, where do y'all women feel like if y'all are dating a person, how often do you want them to communicate with you?
Don't call me, I'll call you.
I know that's how you feel. I know that's how you feel.
Well, I want it to be natural. I want it to ebb and flow well. I don't want it to be forced, like, okay, call me 2-3 times a day and call me on your lunch break in the morning and before you go to bed at night. Like, I don't want that type of forced kind of communication. I want it to be kind of natural, like an ebb and, an ebb with it that just flows. Like the conversation flows, or we get caught on the conversation and, we're just overtaking in conversation and we just talk for hours and hours and hours. I want that kind of thing versus, but not just
well
feel his hip all the time.
Okay, so it's saying that in the beginning, how do you feel like would you be okay with calling a man more, like when you first start off in dating, would you be willing to call a man more than he calls you, or do he need to be the initiator of all of it in the beginning and then you start ebbing and flowing with him from there?
Absolutely, because I'm gonna take your lead. My dad didn't raise no fool now. I'm not just gonna be calling. No, I'm not gonna do that. After you call me for a consistent amount of time, then I'll start hitting you up. True. But I'm definitely not gonna. I even hate when men ask me, give me their number. Like, sir, I'm not gonna call you. Like, right. I literally told this man one time, he was in my inbox, and he was like, he gave me his number. Like, here's my number. Call me when you get a chance. And I politely told, I said, sir, we would never talk if you're waiting on me to call you, because I'm just not that type of woman. And you know that event, like he didn't say nothing else to me after that, I guess. And then he came back months later and was like, hey, stranger, how you doing? Like, it's not going to change, sir. Like, those are my...
You need to swallow your pride, Jericho.
Were you just not interested in him?
You're going to miss out. You're going to miss the love.
Jericho, were you just not interested?
I mean, I wasn't all that interested, but at the same time, I am definitely not going to chase.
Thank you, Marquille. Right. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. Because we switched the game up, like men, and I'm not saying men are not prizes, but men now feel like, and I feel like when you start chasing after a man and you always hitting him up and you haven't given him, he's not working to to reach out to you and stuff, then you're gonna be chasing him. I feel like at that point the man is not that interested. He got another situation going on and he's not that, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not, at the end of the day, I'm the woman, and I'm not saying I'm better than you, but I'm not. If you're interested, then you need to be initiating. And like Jerka said, that's just how we was raised. And then I'm going to reciprocate. But me chasing after you, oh no, baby, that's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen.
I'm chasing after you.
It won't be happening.
And I heard this man say this, and I never thought about it that way. And I heard this man say this. He said, if a man wants you to call him first, that's the first test of his to see where he's going to place you. He said, because a man knows the kind of fear and the kind of hesitation that a woman naturally has trying to call a man first. So he feels like if you call him first, then you're more of on the desperate side and that he can play games with you. This is what I heard a man say. And I have kind of seen that to be true, because every man knows the difficulty of a woman to, first of all, take that boldness like that and to reach out to a man. That's not natural for a woman to lead in that regard. So for her to do that, that's just a test of his to see how desperate are you.
Right. And Marquille, she said, come on, Marquille, you is on it tonight. She said, y'all can't want us to be submissive and soft, thinking we finna call your phone. That's not submissive. Chasing is dominant. You can't pick and choose. Baby, she can get that on the head. I don't know what. That is so true. You can't say,
hey, Marquille, they proving my point. If it's something they like, if it's something that sounds good to them, they're going to agree with it.
No, right, that's the reality. That's the reality. You can't say that. It's so true. She just hit that dead on the head, baby. That need to be put on a poster. You can't say you want a soft and submissive woman, but then you want her to act like a man and be dominant, chasing after you. That is, like she said, that is a dominant measure for a woman to go calling you first and all that type of stuff, and she hitting you up. That's a dominant trait. And y'all, what? That is so true. I'm getting all tired.
I disagree. He got a point. You got a point, Carl.
Man,
what did you say?
Where is Lady P?
Ruth went out there. She went out there and busted wide open on two different dudes. She did, trying to get her man.
First of all, she put herself in position. She did not. First of all,
she slept with Boaz.
Carl.
She went in there and slept with Boaz, and he was like, "Baby, I'm too old for you. Go to this other dude. He more closer to your age." She went in there, busted wide open for him. He was like, "I don't want you." She went back to Boaz. He was like, "All right, I'll marry you, whatever." And then he died after that. Ruth was a hoe.
Listen, and then he said,
walk on stage, Mark.
He said Naomi taught Ruth how to get Boaz's attention. She put herself in position to be seen, but she didn't go out there initially chasing after him, running after his coattail. Here I am, Boaz. She put herself in position to be seen.
She went to the term slept at his feet. That is a sexual term. If you go back and look into the Bible, she slept with Boaz.
Okay, that was after she had been seen. She was in the field gleaning when he noticed her.
He noticed her, but she went to him and put it on a platter. She was like, hey,
what's up? So you telling women that's what we need to do? Are y'all crazy?
I'm not saying that, but she got her dude though.
These dots is winning. But you gotta look at that time. You have to put everything in context, because you have to look at that time period as well and what time they were living in.
No.
And you had to understand.
You're not finna qualify it, Jericho.
No, I am finna qualify it because
it is what it is.
No, yes, I am, because I have to say this, because a woman during that time, if she was not married,
Ebony, she didn't use no wisdom. She used her behind. That's what she did.
And just because the Bible gives us stories of what happened, it doesn't mean that it was saying this is what you do. It's just telling you what happened. It's not
okay, but that's what she. But why? But how come every woman be hollering every women's conference? Oh, I'm looking for my Boaz. I'm looking for my Boaz. I'm looking for my Boaz. Please.
What's your take, Angela?
If your father's teaching you to sit back.
But I will say this: you have to look at that time frame during that time, and you have to look at it too. Women during that time frame, if they were not married, they didn't have rights to anything, no provision or anything. They didn't have rights to property. They couldn't own anything.
But so that's not what
for them to marry, and then you have to look at that time. Consummating was a form of marriage for them. You see what I'm saying? So you can't take and put.
But we can't qualify it because of when it happened. We can't qualify it because of when it happened. That's not what we're talking about. I'm saying she used her feminine wiles to get what she wanted.
So are you a man that want a woman to see? That's what I'm saying.
I will say this. I wouldn't say go calling first, but I can agree with, hey, if I'm interested, I can agree with using what I have to get what I want. I've been told I have a nice smile. I might walk past you and smile. But if you don't come my way, then hey, that's it. So I can agree with putting in position in that way. But as far as just being the dominant chaser, no. That's a no.
Right, that's what I'm saying. And when I'm not saying putting but that's still what you just said, Angela, is it's not dumb, it's not chasing after being dumb, it's putting yourself in position to be noticed by him. And if he noticed you, but you ain't walking up to him like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Right off the bat. And that's what I'm saying. Men these days, they want women to chase after them. And I think what your point was, they put you in because men want to see, and y'all do play these games. Y'all know y'all do. Y'all will play these games. Y'all want to see because y'all know that it's more women out here than men. And y'all want to see how desperate a woman is. Let me see what she about. I want to see, because if she desperate enough to chase after you, what else is she desperate enough to do? And I'm not saying it's not okay to call a man. I'm just saying I'm not gonna put myself in position to be constantly calling and chasing after you. If you interested, then let it be known. Hey, and then the reciprocation, like I said, it become organic. But me initiating contacting, because I've done the same thing. A guy, they'll give you their number, what they'll call me. No.
So Stephanie, do women text me in the same way?
They probably, yeah.
You see how far they can go?
No, we don't test you in that regard about what you're gonna call us or not. First, we will see how consistent your communication is. We will be measuring that. Yeah, we test you in other ways. We test you in other certain ways.
Certain women have a jaded perspective on what communication is. One of the biggest misconceptions. Matter of fact,
have that misconception.
One of the biggest misconceptions is when I hear a woman say it, and it's like nails on a chalkboard. When a woman be like, you can pick up your phone, it takes 2 seconds to send a text message. No, it doesn't. It takes much longer than that. I'm busy. Okay, that's just what I'm busy. It takes 2 seconds. Your phone is always in your hand. No, it's not. I'm at work. I'm busy. I think a lot of women have a misconception on what communication looks like. What's the girl? Is it Markia? Is that how you say her name?
Mm-hmm.
Markia put up a statement. She was like, I want him to call me in the morning, in the afternoon, on his lunch break, whenever he's free, and all this, da da da. And then she gonna come back with, well, as long as it's around his schedule. Well, my Lord, which one do you want?
Around his schedule for breakfast, around his schedule for lunch, around his schedule for dinner.
I want you to call me at morning, noon, and night, as long as it's convenient for you. What in the world? Oh, man.
Now I wouldn't say that, especially at the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not a big talker myself. It may
what?
Stephanie,
Look at her.
Stephanie knows me.
Not hard. Yes, it is.
Stephanie knows me. I'm not a big talker, and I'm not a big phone person. Like, I can't stand being on the phone. I do not like talking on the phone. Like, my phone is always down. I can be upstairs, my phone is downstairs. I can be upstairs, my phone is down. Like, I'm never around my phone, so I can understand. I wouldn't require that of a person I'm talking to either. But to have some type of consistent communication daily. Now, we do need to communicate daily. But far as, 10, 15 times a day, 4 or 5 times a day, that's a bit much. And I think that'll come organically once you form a relationship and a bond. It'll come naturally. But yeah, I don't require that like off the bat. But I do need to communicate daily, not those where you text me today, hey, what's up, what you doing? And then I don't hear from you for 2 days later. You come back, hey, how your day going? Like, no, not for that.
Angela, how often should a man contact you or communicate with you?
It depends on what man you're talking about. Somebody I just met or somebody who claims that they are into me. Like, it just really depends.
Somebody who claims they into
And if
you.
I just met you, well,
okay.
if he claims he's into me.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we will be reciprocating. We will be contacting each other whenever we feel like natural. It'll be natural. It'll flow. And honestly, that might be kind of all day. It might be all day.
I'm at work.
If y'all communicate,
hold on. I'm not saying that it has to be all day. And depending on the work that you do, the work that I do, I've been in a relationship where we could talk. We ain't talking all day, but if we want to shoot a text or call, we can answer. We can text back, but it doesn't have to be just constant. Of course you're at work. Of course you're busy, but I just feel like, yeah, whenever I want to.
But if a guy
want to laugh with you about something, whenever I want to.
If a guy is saying that he is into you and y'all have started communication, how often are you expect? If a guy is not good at communicating, would that automatically make you think he's not that interested, and would that turn you off to the point where you'd be like, on to the next, he's not that interested? Because if someone is interested, they're gonna show you that they're interested. But like you said, it's not about communicating all day, every day. But if there's no consistency in communication, then you're going to automatically start placing him in it. Okay, he might have been up.
So I guess y'all, this whole communication thing really got me. Like, are we talking about reaching out, literally talking, keeping tabs? Or are we talking about really communicating? How is this person communicating? Do they communicate well, or do they hold back? Like, what level of communication are we talking about? Sound like we're just talking about, does he call you? And of course, if somebody's into you, of course they're calling. If they're not, then yeah, that's a problem.
Y'all's friend Markia, she making me nervous.
No, I like her.
She making me nervous. She making me nervous because her ideas of communication, and then she talking about he ought to be texting you all day, every day, and then she like, if you want to be in a relationship, you need to be like, oh Lord Jesus.
Well, this was everybody's preferences of how they want to be treated, and everybody's love language is different. So you're going to get different answers when it comes to that. You have some people who need that communication for them is a big, like, kind of love language type thing for them. You know what I'm saying? So, they want that communication. You know what I'm saying? So you have to find somebody who's on the same path with you, on the same, pathway. Some people, they don't want it, it's more face to face, so it kind of depends on that person and what they're looking for. I'm not saying that she's wrong for wanting a person that texts and talks all day. That's what she desires. So she has to get somebody that's on that same page.
I think that's unproductive though.
No, I had in my last relationship, maybe because he was a driver, so he was always. But we talked literally just about all day, like literally, and he was able to get his work done and hustle on the side. So.
No, if you got time, if as a man, if I got time to talk and text with you all day long, then some other facet of my professional life is lacking. That's all I'm saying. But if I can sit here and just kiki with you all day long,
I like Carl's comments. I like Carl's comment a whole lot because I was kind of thinking that. He said this does show that you can't expect your idea of communication from someone else. Find out how they like to communicate and find a common ground. So I was going to ask y'all, how do y'all feel if I had someone who literally he liked to talk in person or on the phone. He's not a texter. I am a texter. I know a lot of people don't like that, but I like to text. I rather
every woman is a texter
unless I'm in your face. But he would communicate a lot through music and darn reels. Like I'm like, you can't express yourself verbally, but you'll send me a reel or a song and say, this is exactly how I'm feeling. How do y'all feel about that?
That's his way of communicating.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
If you can't say it, then a song can say it for you. If you
it's better than not saying nothing at all.
Right.
If I can't say it, Anthony can say it for me.
Well, let me ask y'all this, and I know we hitting that with 2 hour mark.
No, we at an hour and a half. We good.
Yeah. So if a person is not good at communication and you're a big person on communication and you express this to them, but they're not showing any signs of improvement, could you still be in that relationship with that person if they're not willing to, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, and if your communication or what you're requiring is not excessive, because of course all day and things like that or whatever can be excessive. Well, it depends, like Joker said, on who the person is. But if that person's not trying to work on their communication, like how big, how important is communication to each of y'all?
It's real big.
It's very important.
Right.
Real big.
It's very big. And if they're not trying to improve, I mean, you have a situation of you have to, like Viola Davis said this, and that was very true, that I'm going a little bit further up, but when you're talking about marrying somebody or even being in a long-term relationship, you have to find somebody that you can be with on the everyday. No, because you got to be able to deal with this person, how they are for the everyday. And if you are big on communication and this person is not a communicator and they're not showing you signs of trying to improve on their communication, could you deal with that every day? That will be the question. And you have to ask yourself, if you can't, you have to make the heart, you have to let your head lead and not your heart, right, and walk away.
But that's a good point. We oftentimes talk about what we're not willing to take out of a relationship. We never talk about what we're willing to compromise on.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, some stuff we got to compromise on.
Yeah.
Communication.
Hey, you know what? I think that'll actually be a good topic because what everybody would the things that people would compromise on will be totally different. So I think that'll actually be a good topic.
And the hoop, Jericho. What you willing to compromise?
Jericho ain't compromising nothing.
No, I'm not. I'm like,
this probably ain't.
I'm like Eartha Kitt. Eartha said, compromise. A man wants to come in my life and wants me to compromise.
See what I'm saying, Margaret? See, you see this?
That's in the words of the great Eartha Kitt. So, hey, if she said,
hey, hold on. She compromised Sunday.
She was a nut.
She compromised Sunday. You compromised Sunday. Jericho.
What happened? Tell the story.
You come when we was at church Sunday. You compromised.
How'd she do?
When you got up to sit in that line.
Oh,
she did what?
When she got up to sit in that line.
The money line.
You're right.
In the money line. What?
That's an inside. That's an inside
It's
between
inside
them.
thing, yeah.
Which
All right.
strip
Hey,
No,
Mr.
no,
Bernard,
no.
today you said say the solution as loud as you say the problem.
Right.
Now, Jerry can't compromise with nobody. It's her way or the highway.
No, I am willing to compromise on some things. It's just depending on what it is. Now, am I going to compromise my values and morals and my standards to be with you? Absolutely not. But if we're in a relationship and we're compromising on different things, then I'm willing to compromise and submit to his leadership. But at the same time, I'm not going to just compromise. Coming into a relationship, I'm not compromising a thing.
The only thing I'm not compromising is if she try to make me go vegan. You make me go vegan, I don't want to talk to you ever again.
What is that? What is that? What is she trying to help you with your health?
That ain't helping me. You trying to kill me. You trying to, this one girl wanted me to take her to Slutty Vegan one time. And I was like, you want to feed me tofu and drywall hamburgers?
Slutty Vegan is good. I just ordered some Slutty Vegan last week.
Y'all eat them tofu and drywall hamburgers if you want to.
Right, Nelson took me there. I said, never take me back here again. Because I'm not going to stop eating. I need meat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
You gonna get cancer in your teeth eating that stuff.
No, that's not true. No. you gonna mess around and keep eating all this old chicken and stuff that from these. And look, we ain't gonna cook. We don't want to get sued.
I love it. Markia look like that's all she eat is vegan food. I bet she do.
Well,
no, she don't.
She probably do.
Marquette,
she wants you to eat vegan food and then she wants you to talk about it all day long. Let's communicate about the vegan food we ate last night. Let's communicate about it.
I have nothing else if nobody else has nothing else.
Okay, this is a good topic.
It was a good topic.
Good job, Marquette. One of the best shows we ever did, man.
I appreciate it. Woo!
It was a good topic, but I will say this.
We got on some real, I don't know where we went for a minute. I'm like, Lord.
I love this, Stephanie. We need to talk like that
all the time.
I'm sure you did, says the preacher.
I'm just saying, I ain't know Stephanie knew what the Gawk 3000 was. I said missionary, prophetess. What?
There's a lot of that go on in the church. You'd be surprised.
What church that is?
I seen a thing.
I name a group. I'm like,
look,
Erica, what church that is?
Look, did y'all see this? It was this one post. This guy said, y'all think the freaks are the women that be in the strip club and the this and that. So no, the freaks are the one who wear the glasses with the long skirt with the Bible on her arm.
Yes, that's true. That is true.
We talked about that. Yeah.
You know, I think I told y'all before why that is the case. And that is the case because they have waited so long. They have abstained themselves. So it goes down. It goes down.
Best to believe it.
Listen,
but why is it the opposite? Why is it the opposite though? Why are the women in the church the most sexually satisfying, but the men in the church are the least sexually satisfying?
What do you mean?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
We about to
no,
go.
No. Hold on. No. Wait a minute, Stephanie. I want to address this. Hold on. What did you say?
I have never heard a woman on the outside say, "Man, them men in the church, boy, them men, they can tear it down, they can bring it
Girl,
down."
you talking to the wrong women.
I've never heard.
You ain't talking to the right women, baby.
And we gotta say this for Candid. We gotta say this for Candid after hours. This going for Candid after hours.
Look, most of the men in church, they got eating.
You need some. Let me explain something to you. I'm a PK and a musician. Don't fool with me. Okay? I would destroy your life and your uterus. Don't play with me.
Oh Lord,
the blood.
This is an unplugged, right?
So on that note,
no, you don't need to give nobody no peanut head child.
I will destroy your life.
On that note,
yeah, with that head carrying that head to tell somebody uterus up.
child.
Oh my God.
On that note, that's all I got. Stephanie, take it away.
You know what, Jericho?
I can't with them.
I got him.
Y'all, let's give it up for Marquel. Woo woo!
Yeah,
Good
you did great,
conversation,
Marquel.
good topics. Yes, it was very, very enjoyable. Y'all, let us know what y'all think.
I know it's right, cuz.
Look, y'all continue, and listen, audience. Y'all can, shoot us some topics y'all want to hear us talk about. We appreciate y'all so much. This is our 11th show. And we appreciate y'all so much for just tuning in. We had a good crowd on tonight from all the platforms, and so we really appreciate it. They getting tired now because they didn't start dwindling down. But we appreciate y'all from when y'all were on, and all of those who have stayed to the end. Yeah, man, communication is so important, and it's one of the building blocks just for relationships, period. Whether it's dating, it's platonic, it's family, communication. Thank you, Carl. We appreciate it. It's so important. It's so vital. And so one of the things that we have to start, and I know a lot of times on this show, it seems like we're always doing man versus woman. Y'all, it's just, we do it out of love. It's not that, we're against each other. We're hoping that some of these shows will kind of allow us to illuminate or see some of the areas that we need improvement on as men and women, particularly, in our community, in the African American community. And then just, knowing how to bridge the gaps between those areas. So everybody said, Father God, I know, right? It can go left real quick. I don't know what these folks be on. But do anybody else have any other closing remarks before we let it go tonight? Mark, why are you laughing?
No reason.
Baby, don't call these men first. That's all I gotta say. Make them chase you. You still the prize.
Oh my Lord, have mercy, Jesus! Y'all a headache. That's what that is. It's a headache.
Yeah, I get people to tell all the time. They was like, they love the dynamics of the show. They love the different personalities, and y'all just crack them up. So we appreciate
it. Fellas, here's my advice: date them all, and may the best woman win. That's all I got to say. Date them all, and may the best woman win.
Ladies, do the same. Ladies, do the same.
Y'all ain't built for that, ladies. Y'all gonna.
She didn't say sleep with them.
We can do that now.
I don't know who my baby dad is.
No,
she didn't say sleep with him. She said damn.
Whatever.
Y'all let Mark get y'all started.
Y'all ain't built for this.
Oh, it's amazing how y'all let Mark get y'all started.
Twisted. She's not saying, if you date them, that you're sleeping with them. Women don't get caught up just because you're talking to them or whatever like that. She's saying date them. Dating them don't mean you're off the bat sleeping with anybody. It just means you're getting to know different men.
Oh yeah, y'all just going for the free food. I forgot. Yeah.
Right. Women keep 3 in rotation. One is gonna take you out to eat. One is gonna pay the bills, and one is gonna romance you.
You and he ain't paying them bills for no reason. Get out of here.
It's people that accept payments for used or worn panties.
What?
You know there are men that will pay you to send them your worn panties. So
Jericho, how do you know that?
I heard it on the show.
Right.
No, I'm serious. It's really a thing. It's really a thing. So you think a man won't pay your bills because you ain't giving him none? Right. That was Janae said there's some real deal tricks out here.
I wish somebody would pay me for my dirty draws. I swear to God, I'll send them to you. Come on.
We're really going to the level now. We were really going.
Yeah, they need to remake them things. Not send them to nobody. Send them to a crematory. That's the whole thing.
Whatever, Jericho. Shut up.
Oh God!
They deduct how much they send you for holes in them too. So.
Okay, and then spray them with a little cologne, and I package them up real good.
She said they deduct the amount they pay you for the amount of holes. Will keep dropping.
If it's 2 holes in there, that's extra.
No, that's minus.
I wore them real good. I got them in different colors. All that.
Oh God! It's time for us to go.
It is.
I'm trying to make some money.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make some money.
You still ain't went out. You still got people waiting for your date, and you ain't went out with them yet. So,
where's Miss Glory? What's her name that was on here last time?
Don't try to call her out now.
What's her name?
Miss Carter.
Miss Carter. Hey, Miss Carter, call me, but not all the time. But call me.
No.
Don't call him. Let him call you.
Not every day, but call me.
This is going 2 left. It's time to go, y'all. We done got sleepy. Thank y'all for joining us. Listen, y'all catch us Tuesday after next. It's every other Tuesday. I hope you guys have enjoyed the show. We have enjoyed talking with y'all, looking at the comments. Y'all are just excellent. We appreciate it so much. Until next time.
Y'all in the comments.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
All right, y'all.